السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. Just a second. Let me send this message. Okay, let's just start. Yeah. Let the fellows come, please. So only one person is there. Okay, good evening. Mashallah. You have corrected yourself. That's good. Okay. Where's that? So yeah, let's start. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Just a second. Hold on, please. Okay. Switching between focused and diffuse moods. So, if switching between moods is so important, how do we do it? Well, if you want to focus on something, it's easy. As soon as we make ourselves turn our attention to it, the focused mood is on. Your thought ball goes swooshing around on that table. Unfortunately, it is difficult to keep our attention on something for long periods of time. That's why we can sometimes fall into diffuse mood and begin daydreaming. As you can see in the picture below, where's that? If you let go of the flipper, your thought ball falls down onto your diffuse table, underneath the focus table. Can you see that here? Yes. So this is a focused mood and this is diffuse mood, right? Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So yes, so just you have to change from focused mood to diffuse mood, and yeah. Your mind stays in focused mood as long as you keep using the flippers. But when you let go of the flippers, your mind goes free. The ball drops down onto the diffuse table. See? Like if when we were thinking as a focused mood, so we were very, very worried, so much thinking a lot, how to bring it here. But now when we are in focused mood, we are doing that. Okay. Diffuse mood is when you are not focusing on anything in particular. You can enter diffuse mood by just letting go and not concentrating on anything. Going for a walk helps, or looking out a window from a bus, or taking a shower, or falling asleep. Many famous people have had great insights when the events of the day were sloshing around during sleep. It also seems that focusing on something else can take us temporarily into diffuse mood related to what we are not focusing on. When we focus on cuddling our dog, we are not focusing on the math problem. We are focusing on someone else's chess game. We are not focused on our own chess game. This is why, when you are stuck on a math problem, you can instead switch your focus to studying geography for a while. Then you can make a breakthrough when you return to math. But it seems that the best ways to give your diffuse mood a chance to work out a difficult problem are through activities like sleeping, exercising, or going for a ride in a vehicle. Okay, kids with ADHD sometimes like to imagine that their focused pinball table has a few extra holes in it. ADHD is a kind of, disease and this is discovered new like in new era, and it has been researched a lot. ADHD, you can search on net. These holes offer a hidden advantage. They boost creativity. If you have ADHD, the extra holes also mean you need to work your mental flippers a little more often than other kids to keep your thought ball on the focus table. How do you work the flippers more? Participate as much as you can by asking questions, writing on the chalkboard, distributing activities among your partners, and working with them whenever you have an exercise together. Okay, again same thing. We are looking, the focused mood and the diffuse mood. Kids who have problems paying attention like to imagine that their focused mood has a few extra holes in it. This may mean that they have to work their natural pedals harder to get the ball back up into the focused mood whenever it might fall out. But it also means they can naturally be very creative. Not a bad trade-off. Got it? So, suffering from ADHD is not a bad thing. Like she wants to say that suffering from ADHD is not a bad thing. Just just you have to try harder than others. That is the difference. Like the one who has ADHD and the one who doesn't have ADHD. Rather, they can be more creative than the normal people. Okay. Now, you try shifting modes. Here is an example to help you feel the shift from focus to diffuse mood. Use all the same coins to make a new triangle that points down. You can move only 3 coins. You may want to try this by laying real coins in front of you to see if you can work it out. See here. Can you see here? See, these are the coins, and you have to make another triangle. And you can just move 3 coins, not more than that. Okay? In beginning, or apparently it looks very, very, very hard. Like, how can I do that? But when you are in diffuse mood, when you are focusing on this picture, so it will be very difficult. Like, how can I just, if I will move, 4 coins, I can make a triangle, right? Yes. But I have to move only 3 coins. How can I do that? Alright? But you can do it. How? Just first focus. After some times, after 5 minutes, just leave it. And just do your own any other work. And, suddenly this idea will come in your mind that, yeah, it can be done this way. So that is, the solution is coming in your mind in the diffuse mood, not in the focus mood, right? So when you relax your mind and focus on nothing in particular, the solution comes most easily, right? Okay. Some kids get their exercise instantly, while some professors just give up because they are focusing too hard. The solution for this challenge is in the notes section at the back of the book. Okay, so just try to make it, and then tell me if you are not able to do it. Inshallah, I'll tell you. Okay, getting stuck. There are 2 ways you can get stuck when you are trying to solve a math or science problem, or when you are trying to learn something new, like how to play a chord on the guitar or perform a specific move in a soccer. The first way you can get stuck happens when you don't catch the initial explanation. Unfortunately, with this kind of stuck, going into diffuse mood won't be much use. You haven't loaded anything into your focused mood. Your best bet is to go back and look at the examples and explanations in your notes or the book, or ask the teacher to explain again, or look on YouTube for an additional explanation. But don't let yourself get distracted by other videos. Okay? So the second way you can get stuck is when you have studied or focused carefully. You have loaded the explanation into your focused mood. But as you begin to work the problem, play the chord or make the move, you still find yourself stuck. You grow more and more frustrated. Why can't you get it? It can be easy to get frustrated with your studies. Okay? So the frustration is not an abnormal thing. She wants to say that frustration is not an abnormal thing. Okay, it happens. The reason you get stuck is that you haven't given your brain's diffuse mood a chance to help out. The diffuse mood can't get going until you take your attention off what is focused on. Okay, like if you want to go into diffuse mood, you need to move your focus from what you are focusing on. Okay, so just leave it and just be relaxed, do something else, play. Then you go to diffuse mood, and then the ideas struck your mind. Okay, like Magnus Carlsen, the chess player in the picture a few pages back, sometimes you need to take a break in order to coax your brain's diffuse mood to come to the rescue. Okay, coax means urge, motivate your brain to come to the rescue, like please save me, like you are telling to diffuse mood, please save me, because in focused mood I am not able to solve it. Okay, get your mind away from the situation for a while. It opens up your access to the brain's diffuse mood. Alternatively, focus on something different. For example, if you are working on algebra, you could switch to studying geography, but keep in mind that your brain also needs a little rest sometimes. Okay? If there is something you intend to get stuck at, start with this subject when you are studying. That way you can go back and forth to your other classwork over the course of the afternoon and evening when you might find yourself getting stuck. You don't want to leave your hardest subject to the end when you are tired and have no time for diffuse learning. When you are in diffuse mood, your brain is working on the problem quietly in the background, although you are often not aware of it. The thought ball in your mind is whizzing around your diffuse mood table, and it can bump into the ideas you need to solve the problem. When you take a break, how long should it be? This depends on you and how much material you need to cover that day. 5 or 10 minutes is a good break time. Try not to make your breaks too long. You want to finish, so you will have a part of the evening to relax. Okay, important learning tip. Don't jump to conclusions about whether or not new learning strategies work. Okay? So don't try switching just once between focused and diffuse mood while you are studying and then decide that it doesn't work for you. No. Sometimes you have to go back and forth several times between focused and diffuse mood to figure something out. Like just you have switched from focused mood to diffuse mood and you didn't get the idea, now you become hopeless. No, that is wrong. Okay, you need to repeat this thing, like switching from diffuse mood to focused mood, from focused mood to diffuse mood. You need to switch this 4 to 5 times, 10 times. Then you can then you will get the idea of that. Okay, how long should you focus? As a rough guideline, if you find yourself stuck after at least 10 to 15 minutes of trying, maybe 3 to 5 minutes if you are younger, it may be time for a break. When you do take a break, you need to make sure it's long enough for you to get your mind completely off the material. Okay? It's worth sticking it out and experimenting with the process. Going back and forth between focused and diffuse moods will help you to master virtually anything, whether it is geometry, algebra, psychology, basketball, guitar, chemistry, or any other subject or hobby you are interested in learning. Okay? Use these diffuse mood tools as rewards after focused mood work. See, general diffuse mood activators. Like what are the things that activate diffuse mood? So, play a sports like soccer or basketball, jog, walk or swim, dance, enjoy being a passenger in a car or a bus, ride a bike, draw or paint, take a bath or shower, listen to music, especially without words, play songs you know well on musical instrument, play songs you may listen to Naat, meditate or pray, sleep, the ultimate diffuse mood. Okay, so when you by these tools you can go to diffuse mood. The following diffuse mood activators are best used briefly as rewards. These activities may pull you into a more focused mood than the preceding activities. It can sometimes be a good idea to set a time, or they can eat up too much time. Play video games, talk to friends, help someone with a simple task, read a book, message friends, okay? Go see a movie if you have a time, watch TV, swimming it up, okay? Focused and diffuse mood. Our brains operate in two modes, focused and diffuse. You can think of them as pinball tables that have tightly packed bumpers and spread out bumpers. We need to alternate between these two modes to learn well. Shifting moods. You shift into focused mood by focusing. Grab those flippers on the pinball machine, but you have to let go and wait for the ball to drop on its own to get into the diffuse mood. The bed, the bath, the bus, and simply going for a walk are great ways to fall into the diffuse mood. To be a successful problem solver, focus first. We get stuck in problem solving when we don't first prepare our brain by focusing on the basics. Don't just dive into problem solving without studying the explanations first. You need to lay some basic rails on the focus pinball table. Okay? Take breaks to get new problem solving perspectives. We can also get stuck on a difficult problem even when we have prepared properly. In that case, be a little like the chess playing Magnus, wander off for a while and see what else is going on. Take a break, but come back to the game, or you will lose for sure. Okay? See here, he's just enjoying on the bus. You can choose to get into the focus mood, but the diffuse mood is trickier to fall into. The bed, the bath, and the bus, or simply walking are great ways to summon this more relaxed state of mind. Okay? Check your understanding. See how well the key ideas of this chapter have crept into your brain by writing down your answers to the following questions. When you are done, you can compare your answers with the ones at the back of the book. You may think you can skip this question, but if you do, you will begin to lose the benefits of this book. Okay, what does it mean to be in focused mood? Okay, so you have to answer these questions. What is diffuse mood, and what are your favorite diffuse activities? How does a pinball machine help you understand how your brain works? What is another metaphor for focused and diffuse moods? What are the two different ways you can get stuck when you are solving a math and science problem? What is the one study habit that you would change as a result of reading this chapter? Okay, so now you have to write in your copies, in your notebook, all the answers of these questions, and please send it down in the group, and inshallah we will see how many of you can write down correctly. Okay. Did you do a picture walk yet of the text chapter? Did you try to answer a few end of chapter questions? Do you have a notebook out? Check this off when you are done. Okay. Now this is chapter 3. Okay. We'll do it tomorrow inshallah from chapter 3. Okay. Have a nice day. Jazakallahu khairah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.